already know the drill. We back again with another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So strap on your seatbelts, cause it's all pedal to the metal from here. Without further ado, your amazing host, Drew, Billy.
Welcome back to another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys, here with your host DB and host Trevor Dinsmore. Trevor, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, it was a hell of a weekend, Billy. Everybody won for me. Penn State kicked ass. Notre Dame kicked ass. Steelers won by a slim margin. And got to meet you, some of your friends, obviously the wife, and gracious hosts. Gracious hosts.
No, you're good people. No, but you're going to get me teary-eyed on them.
Yeah, I literally said a sentence and I'm already getting you emotional.
Well, long
over. It's really getting to you. Jeez.
Yeah, we are doing this episode a little injured and battered, but we are going to get through it. But anyways, no, it was a pleasure to meet you over the weekend. Long overdue.
Absolutely.
But one thing before we get in the news here, I got to thank the vets. Veterans Day was yesterday. I cannot say it enough. We are strong supporters of all that are serving and that have served and have gave the ultimate sacrifice. So I can't stress that enough. So we thought we make sure to keep them in your thoughts. Not even yesterday, Trevor, not even on Veterans Day. Every fucking day we should think about the vets.
Oh, absolutely. And I believe it was the Commanders. They did one of the more touching things that I saw for the NFL Salute to Service. They had, of course, the Salute to Service patch on the back of the helmet, along with initials of veterans that were close to them.
Yeah.
So, a lot of cool stuff going around the NFL for that.
Yeah. But getting in the news here, a lot of news this week, but one to touch on, Cowboys season has been a whirlwind. Micah Parsons is interviewed at the end of the game and, I guess basically asked, how the season's going, what have you. And he's really doesn't care about, the question that was asked was, does he care about Mike McCarthy's future? And he said he cares more about Zach Martin, the guard's future, because he's been here long enough and he's on the field. He doesn't really care where Mike goes. Thoughts on this, Trevor? Turmoil in the locker room, disaster.
Well, if there wasn't any evidence that Mike McCarthy had lost the locker room, there it is. I mean, I don't think I really needed any evidence just by the way the Cowboys are playing. They're just, even when Dak was healthy, and now, of course, now out for the season, having season-ending surgery, when you lose a locker room, it's tough to gel. Obviously, then it's tough to win, and it's tough for coaches to keep their jobs, and that 61-year-old's not going to have a job much longer in Dallas. They'll probably write it out for the end of the year. I don't think Jerry's in the midst of this whirlwind that the season's already been is going to fire Mike McCarthy mid-season, but it's abundantly evident now nationally that he's lost the locker room, and the Cowboys, they're in a tailspin. There's no two ways about it. They are in a tailspin. 3-6, not looking good. Have they won at home yet? I don't think they've won at home yet.
No.
Dallas losing all their games at home. Who would have thought that coming into the season? You and I were picking, Dallas is at home, win. Dallas is at home, win. They're at home, win. And they haven't won one yet at home.
No.
It's you can't defend home turf. You lose the locker room. Everything that is going wrong for there. Zeke missing reps, Jerry going all in, Dak out for the season. Everything that could go wrong for these Cowboys has gone wrong.
Yeah.
And of course, as a fan of the Steelers and not a fan of the most annoying fan base in sport, makes me smile.
Oh yeah.
Makes me happy to watch those self-righteous pricks suffer for their many, many atrocities and sins. But, there's a sliver. There's a sliver of sympathy there.
Yeah. No. And for viewers out there that aren't, I guess, equipped or have been following football, maybe you're getting into it. Mike McCarthy, he did lead the Green Bay Packers to Super Bowl victory, Trevor. But has not really had success as the Cowboys coach. On the season, 3-6, 4 consecutive losses. That's really fucking unheard of in Cowboys franchise. And several blowouts. Is he out after the season? Final year of his contract.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's done.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no two ways about it. They got to hit the reset button. Thing is, I don't know personnel-wise how much they're going to be able to hit the reset button because you got Dak on a long-term deal.
Yep.
You got D-Law and Micah Parsons that you probably want to keep around. A bunch of other guys you definitely want to keep around. CD just got a big contract. So, I don't know. There's probably not going to be a whole lot of player personnel turnover, but they're going to overhaul the coaching staff. And what that's going to mean for scheme and overall vibe in the locker room, I don't know. It's going to be a process, and they're likely not going to have immediate success next year. So don't be surprised if they start out slow next year.
Yeah. And the other thing I have to say, and this is going to really piss off Cowboys fans, but I really don't care. We need to get Jerry Jones away from a goddamn microphone after these games.
Yeah, I know.
I do not know why the PR or whoever the hell's allowed. I know he's the owner.
No other owner, GM, anybody in football is on the microphone as much as him, at least nationally. I mean, yeah, there's probably some GMs and maybe even some owners that do like local radio shows and stuff. Omar Khan doesn't do any, neither does Rooney. Just saying.
Yep.
Look at where we're at versus where we're there. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Anyway, the most attention whore of an owner / GM in sport.
Without that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a reason that they're labeled America's team, right? It's an attention grabber. It's an attention grabber. And the old saying goes, well, not the old saying. I forget exactly who it was that said this and told the story live on, I don't know, some sports media program a few years ago. I believe it was a Pittsburgh native of some sort. America's team, the moniker was offered to the chief, Art. He said, with a cigar in his mouth, no, we are the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Correct.
Jerry Jones, well, I guess Tex Stram back in the day, and Jerry Jones perpetuating that to this day said, yeah, we'll be America's team. Okay, good. Now the microscope is going to be constantly on every little thing that you do, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent.
Yeah.
And right now, you're in the ugly phase.
It's a fucking disaster. But I'm enjoying it.
Oh,
don't think I feel bad.
Like I expressed last week, I'd prefer the build-up. I'd prefer Cowboys fans in the natural cycle to get hope, right? This is our year. We them boys, et cetera, and then watch it all come crumbling to the ground in 60 minutes of playoff football. But this isn't too bad either. Yeah. I prefer the other version, just the instant karma, but you know.
And before we move on to other news, I just have to say this. He did throw shade, Jerry Jones did, at Dak Prescott while in that interview. He said, I think a reporter asked, are you going to miss Dak for the rest of the season? He goes, well, it's the same result with Cooper in there. We lost. A little shade thrown in there. Just, you're the one that fucking paid him. Just want to say that.
Wow. Yeah.
You gave him that fucking, the biggest contract. You're the fucking idiot, Jimmy.
He's not wrong, though. He's not entirely wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, this past week's game, yeah, here's the thing. It probably wouldn't have been 34-6 if Dak was in there.
Correct. Right. Different result.
Eagles just freaking throttled. Oh, that. Yeah. At home too, and now they got the Texans next week on a Monday night.
Well, good luck to you, Cowboys fans.
Godspeed. And Texans. We'll get into the Texans here in a minute, but go ahead.
Yeah, but Jake Bates went from brick salesman. Trevor, this is if we're looking for a script for Hollywood, this could be it. Brick salesman to game winner. Hit a 58 and a 52-yard field goals to accumulate a ridiculous 26-23 comeback against the Texans. Interviewed after the game by Houston Chronicle. I think it almost feels too scripted. It's good to be true. This kid, Trevor, and I don't want to be long-winded before I ask the question, but he plays what the hell have we got here? He plays college soccer at Central Arkansas. Then he goes over to Texas State. He's a kickoff specialist. Then he goes to Arkansas. Never attempted a field goal in college. Then goes to Texans training camp. He gets cut there. Then he tries out for UFL. He's hitting fucking bombs, 60-plus yard field goals.
Yep.
And now he's in Detroit.
Uh-huh.
What a fucking story.
Pretty impressive, isn't it?
I know that was long-winded, but I
that's-
read that and I go, we need to talk about this. I know it's a kicker and I know it's not exciting, but that's fucking cool. That is very cool.
And I'll give him credit. I picked him up for in our fantasy league. I picked him up. I'm like,
yes.
Bro hasn't missed yet.
No.
I think did he miss that extra point this past week? I forget when he missed that extra point, but he's only missed one kick all season.
But both these kicks, if you go back and watch it, I don't want to interrupt you, but if you go back,
Sure.
right side sliver, barely gets it.
Yeah.
And then I think it was what the fuck was it?
The 52-yarder, the game winner.
He does the same thing on the left side, Trevor. Sliver.
Oh yeah, just yeah. Doesn't matter as long as it goes inside the goalpost. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's the same as Jerry Jones would say. It's the same result, and it's the same Dan Campbell with a rip in walking on the field like this.
Yeah.
So what does it matter? He's making kicks. He's doing what's asked of him.
What a fucking story.
Oh, it's like you said, it's a phenomenal, ridiculous story. I didn't know about the brick salesman part.
Yeah.
I knew about the UFL part, but
in off season, because they don't. If people aren't familiar, I know Trevor is, but UFL, they don't make as much as they do in the NFL. You got to get a side gig.
Yeah,
it's just all along, and and then Dan Campbell. It was the first thing I thought when I saw him. He's a grinder, and Dan Campbell's a grinder, so it's just a really good fucking story.
Yeah,
and it's just.
Well, that entire Detroit team is just full of guys that grind their ass off.
Yes.
Your Jahmyr Gibbses, your Amon-Ra's, your Laportas. Hell, when he was healthy, your Hutchinsons.
Correct.
And credit to the Lions.
Yeah.
Jared Goff threw 5 picks in that game.
Disgusting. Not good.
Yeah, not a great performance by him at all. 15 to 30, 240, 2 to 5 touchdown interception ratio. Normally, when that happens, combined with the fact that I believe Detroit lost the time of possession battle. Yeah, you lose the turnover battle by 3. You lose the time of possession battle. You're normally going to lose a game.
It's fucking wild.
You're normally going to lose the game. But credit to Detroit in those sudden change situations, a lot of the times forcing either the Texans not to score or, limit them to field goals.
Mm-hmm.
And it enabled Detroit to still be in the game in the second half. Lo and behold, they hold the Texans to a scoreless second half en route to a comeback victory. They were down 23-7 at half. And we thought, honestly, I turned the game off. I turned the game off for a hot second. I got on PlayStation, and then all of a sudden I got a couple notifications. So Detroit scored. Hey, Detroit's in the red zone. I'm like, okay, I'll flip this game back on. And then lo and behold, I watched Jake Bates kick that field goal for the game winner. I think he had a 59-yarder earlier in the game too.
Yes.
Ridiculous, dude.
Yes.
Ridiculous, man.
Bombs.
Literally, he won me my fantasy matchup. I won my matchup by 2 points.
Yo.
He won it for me.
It's something. It really is. It's just good story, and it just fits the mold of Detroit. The city.
Oh my God.
Grind,
Yeah.
blue collar, just
you
find your way. And
it makes me wonder, is Detroit in on the voodoo magic as well?
I don't know.
Are they in that ring with the Steelers and the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Are they doing some like dark magic outside these stadiums? And
I think Dan Campbell would drink blood to fucking win. The guy's, and I've said it before.
No, he would drink the blood of the person whose kneecap he bit off.
Correct. They're still buying kneecaps.
They're still one to this day biting kneecaps.
The realest opening coach speech I've ever seen, and it's all coming to fruition. It is it's just a good story. And I wouldn't be surprised Hollywood grabs this about 10 years and they make some fucking documentary about it.
Oh, yeah, a la Kurt Warner,
Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, geez, if Detroit goes on, say, goes all the way and it comes down to a field goal with Mr. Bates.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you gotta. The script's already written for you.
Correct.
Like, you just gotta fill in the gaps with some like family interviews, character witness type shit. Not that hard, right?
Yeah.
Conceptually.
Great tie-in, and I don't know if you meant to do it, but speaking of character, Debo Samuel losing his shit on the sidelines, Trevor. With Tabo, we literally fucking did the name thing before.
Tabor
Pepper inadvertently made contact with the kicker, Jake Moody, after missing his third field goal attempt. It looked, commentators, if you were watching the game live, it looked like they were making it bigger than it was, saying he punched him or whatever the hell, or hit him on purpose because he missed.
Yeah, whatever.
All this bullshit.
Like that, yeah.
Media loves it. But then Moody comes back. Moody comes back and wins the game for you. So is there Debo Samuel? He's been injured over the years, a lot of times, Trevor. He's never available. Do we have any concerns with his attitude? Because social media just ran with this, made it way bigger than it needed to be.
Agreed.
Yes.
And I have no concerns whatsoever.
Okay.
I think this is just a one-time thing, frustration finally boiling over for Debo.
Correct.
He was hurt, he was hurt for a time this year. Niners have had a frustrating season so far. And it still continues. They're still I mean, if you told me we're through week 10 and the Niners aren't first in that division right now,
mm-hmm.
I'd have told you which priest did you see? What crystal ball did you look into? Because the Cardinals are sitting there at 6-4, right ahead of your San Francisco 49ers right now.
Correct.
Yeah. To me, it was just frustrations boiling over. Sometimes that happens. In the NFL, you're a band of brothers. And what do brothers do? They fight. Most of the time, it's obviously not in front of a national audience, but they fight.
Yeah.
This time it was in front of a national audience. And, that's okay. That's where your culture comes in. That's where the character of the guys that you have on your roster comes in.
Right.
When this stuff gets called into question, how do you respond? Mm-hmm. Do you go immediately on the defensive, or do you trust in your guys? Do you trust in your culture to move forward? Right. And to me, Shanahan, Debo, these special teams guys, Moody, I think they're going to be able to move on just fine. And looking ahead for the San Francisco 49ers, they still have some tough games coming up, but they can make a run if they really wanted to. They got the Seahawks next, then the Packers, Bills. That's a tough 2-game stretch right there. But the Bears have been sputtering. The Rams lost to Miami last night. Then they got the Dolphins, and then the Lions and Cardinals to finish that out.
Yeah.
So they could go on a run here, still salvage a playoff spot, and as long as you get in, anything can happen.
Correct. Never say never.
Mm-hmm.
But never. I'm just kidding. That's Tom.
Nah. You quoting Justin Bieber right now?
Yeah, right. But moving on here. Jesus, hold on here. Fucking NyQuil's in me a little bit. Should not have took it. I shouldn't have took it. But anyways, there's going to be 8 games played out of the United States in 2025. Very excited for this, Trevor. So, I bet you the players aren't. But we're adding Dublin, Ireland onto this. And
yes.
You're a Steeler fan. Dan Rooney was an ambassador of Ireland, so that's very fucking cool. The other cities, Mexico City, they'll return back there. Germany, United Kingdom, anywhere else. I think that's really it. And Brazil. They're going to be going back to Brazil as well. So what do you think that Goodell's trying to do here? Broaden the horizon? Bring players in from other countries? What happened?
A little bit of everything.
Okay.
A little bit. I mean, you already got a lot of the specialists coming in from like Australia and Europe and, things of that nature.
Right.
I think ultimately he's still trying to put a division like over in the UK and in Europe. I don't know how feasible that is.
Correct.
Yeah, a lot of money. A lot of money. Domestically, I don't know how much more the NFL can grow, if I'm being totally and completely honest. And that's what Roger has obviously been thinking for years now. How tapped out is this domestic market?
Mm-hmm.
And it seems, just judging by the way that they're moving elsewhere. And I will say on the Dublin, Ireland thing, Fans showed out for that Florida State Georgia Tech game.
Yes.
If you remember that, to open the college football season, they showed out for that in droves, and it's going to be the same thing for the NFL. It's going to be the same thing for the NFL. I only hope it's the Steelers that go over there. It would make the most sense, right?
They better go to fucking Ireland.
Yeah. And being the ambassador, we got ties over there, man.
Yep.
So,
a lot of lineage.
Oh, a lot of lineage. Yeah. Throw the Steelers over there. Watch them terrible towels wave, man. It's going to be 75-25 at least, Steeler fans.
Fuck.
No, I think that would be very cool. I think that would be very cool.
But
yeah, as far as NFL Europe isn't a thing anymore, right? Yeah, I think they tried that a while ago.
They did.
And it just, it really just unfortunately didn't work.
No.
Oh, yeah. It only lasted for a couple seasons it lasted from 91 to 07. So who knows? Maybe they'll try and start that up again.
Well, just and the viewers are probably thinking, why not Canada? Maybe have a team. We already have the Raptors.
They already got Canadian football up there.
You're right.
Yeah, they got Canadian football, plus hockey's a much bigger thing. Hockey's a much bigger thing up there.
Mexico City. See a team in Mexico someday, Trevor.
Maybe soccer. Football. Football is big down there.
Yeah. I mean, there's just...
I mean, to me, Europe makes the most sense. A lot of these owners, management personnel, predominantly, white European heritage.
Right.
And a lot of America, white European heritage. It's what us white European heritage people like.
Right.
Whereas, the Hispanics, for example, if you're going to Mexico, they mostly like football. They like soccer, what Americans call soccer.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. Europe would make the most sense if you're going outside of the U.S.
Okay.
Maybe start up like an 8-team thing over there to funnel guys into the NFL, which at that point, you'd have a couple of different systems funneling guys into the NFL outside of college football, because you'd have the XFL, which, we've seen guys that come in and have a lot of success that came from the XFL, and you could do the same thing with NFL Europe.
Yeah. No, but and then just a little history here. Last time the Steelers did play in Dublin was in '97 against the Bears in a preseason game. So let's fucking get back there. Let's do it. Let's
27 years later. Yeah.
Yes.
It's overdue. It's overdue.
Shit.
Whether it's against the Bears, tell you what, toss a Ratbird Steelers game over there. Watch people go nuts.
Fucking lose their minds.
Oh, that'd be great. That would be fantastic. You want to talk about a game that Steeler fans would come out in droves for? Yeah. That'd be one of them.
Yeah, that's really it. But swinging over. I know this drives people nuts, but we are a Pro Steelers podcast. We do have to touch on this game. A lot of shit coming out regarding the play we watched together, Trevor. Was that a first down? Was it not a first down? We're going to cover all that. But Trevor, you take it away first with your takeaways. I know we did the game review, but letting it digest a little bit.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
If you were to tell me that we would have a concoction of special teams mistakes, well, not a concoction, I guess there was a couple, a red zone fumble, an interception, and I want to say we lost the time of possession battle as well. Or no, we won the time of possession battle. Excuse me. Lost the penalty battle, lost the turnover battle. And only had a couple more first downs in the Commandos. We probably wouldn't have won this game last year if it was this offense, if it was that offense in this game. Not even close. Not even close. And in typical Steelers fashion, it comes down to the wire. We knew that was going to happen in a close game against a competitive Commanders team.
Mm-hmm.
And where we did get them, though, and this is where the likes of Russell Wilson and TJ Watt and Cam Hayward and all those guys come into play. The devil is in the details.
Correct.
You can be competitive, but the devil is in the details down to the last millimeter. We'll touch on that here in a second. But if you remember that second down play, TJ Watt getting a hold of Daniel's arm.
Yes.
When he really didn't get any pressure on Daniels all game long because he was constantly being double teamed, chipped, what have you. He was slowed down the whole game.
Yeah.
But in that same facet, he affected the game because Cam Hayward had 2 sacks. Starting to step up his pass rush game. He's been dominant against the run all season. His PFF rank, I think, is top 3 in the NFL.
Yep.
Finally stepped up in the pass rush, got a couple sacks in key moments, and we held them to a scoreless fourth quarter. Steelers do it again in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
That's when it matters most, man. That's when it matters most. And Russell hitting it with the moon ball multiple times. He didn't have the greatest of games.
No.
Only completed half his passes, 190-ish yards.
Yep.
90-ish of those were to George Pickens. He also had the touchdown, but came up in key moments when we needed to.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to be world beaters out there. That's not the Steelers' way.
No.
We're a team. We're not going to show you everything we have.
No.
In terms of scheme, in terms of, the plays that we dial up. We have a philosophy. We stick to it, and we're going to win with it, whether you like it or not. And just as well, we're going to take over every single stadium that we go to and make it a home game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to force home teams to go on a fucking silent count in their own place. And no matter if you hand out those brown, burgundy, purple, whatever the hell color they were, towels, there's always going to be more terrible towels in that stadium.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in that same vein, the Steelers will always have a chance to win the ball game.
No, I agree.
And we did that game. That game. And like I said in the post-game recap, Mike Williams, welcome to the team. Pleasure to have you, my friend. Yep. When they're doubling Pickens, we'll just throw it to you,
Yep. Yeah, no, really, like we talked about, and I didn't really talk much. It was caught off guard, Trevor. I was not prepared to do a game interview or game review at the end of that game. I was nervous.
No,
I watched it back.
You had to come down. You had to come down, and you were not able to come down. But
Jesus, but
yeah, no, you have the floor now, though. Please.
Yeah, more to say. Yeah, I really out of character when I watch it back. Watch the highlights. Really out of character. Flip the fuck out. You watched it live when we did the fake punt. Not a Steelers thing to do. Definitely not on that end of the field.
Oh, I will say that. I will say this about that.
Yeah.
That was the right call.
Okay.
To do that. Because he was wide open.
He wasn't just fucking...
He was wide open. Killebrew, he didn't throw a dime. But it hit him in the hands. Hit him in the hands. James Pierre's got to catch it. And I will give credit to James Pierre as well. After that, he could have folded, gone into a shell. But on that third down play before the Zach Ertz play, made a pass breakup.
Yep.
So he stayed in the game. He made a big play. Yep. Next man up mentality. That's what the Steelers got. If the ball's coming to you, you got to make a play. James Pierre did. Once. He redeemed himself. That's for sure.
Correct. But Mr. Unlimited, again, was not a believer.
Oh, come on.
I'm coming on to, I believe in his madness. I get what he's doing. I thought it was all faked at the beginning of the season. I said it to you. I said, this guy, he's going to say, let's go ride, or he's going to change it and fucking say, here we are. Here we go.
Station, here we go. Yeah.
But he, as tacky and fruity at times, Trevor, I believe in his madness. So you heard it here first.
Hey, he's winning ball games.
He's winning. I'm not going to bitch.
He's 3-0. He's 3-0.
Yeah.
And notice how I said that as an Italian American. He's 3-0.
Yeah.
Steelers are averaging 30 points when he's in there, my friend.
Yeah.
30 points. When's the last time the Steelers averaged 30 points over even just a 3-game stretch?
Correct.
It's been a minute. Been a minute. Oh, definitely Ben. Yeah. Absolutely. But I will say this, and I think I said this to you last night.
Uh-huh.
I thought for a while he was just being fake as all hell.
That's what.
Yeah, just being fake nice. Yep. Saying the weird things, but saying nice things. And to an extent, I still think that's true. But I think he's misunderstood in the sense that he's just more goofy than he is fake. Like he's I don't know. He's just corny as hell. He's more corny than cornbread. You know.
Right.
The whole I gotta have an alter ego. You gotta be unlimited in the way you're thinking. You gotta be unlimited. I don't know. It's a little weird. And he does this little I enjoyed this. I did like this on the field. It was like not a dance you'd expect from him. He looked like a white guy doing that. You know what I mean? Looked like a white guy at a wedding. Just
yeah. The only thing that pissed me off, and you know where that dance comes from. You know who did that? You know who did that dance? It's in his music video. It's Antonio Brown's. So now this guy.
I didn't watch that music video.
It's fucking terrible, terribly done. But he does. This is his little fucking dance. So every time I see somebody do this, I'm like, this fucking guy just got more.
I totally forgot about that.
So I was like,
yeah.
You could fucking do, the hammer with the fucking fist. No, we have to do this goddamn thing. And then Antonio's on CTE, ESPN, whatever the fuck he's doing over there. I'm still relevant. No, shut up. Every week we almost bring him up, Trevor. Like somehow he's incorporated in our episodes. The guy knows, he knows what the fuck he's doing, even though he's not here.
He knows how to get attention, my friend.
I just said his name. People are going to go look him up if you didn't know who he was. Probably, and then there's more clicks to him. You're welcome. But no, overall, I have to say this too to everybody that said Kenny Pickett wasn't the second coming. You were right. Russell Wilson has the same amount of touchdowns as Kenny Pickett did the entire last season already.
Yeah.
That was a very tough pill to swallow. When you look back, and if both of us end up having kids, Trevor, we'll look back and say, hey, Dad, like you see on Instagram, hey, what was it like when Kenny Pickett? And I swear to God,
aneurysm.
I'll have to go for a walk because I don't even want to fucking talk about it. It's like
here's what you do, Billy. Here's what you do. You take your son and you take the dogs for a walk. That's what you do. Hopefully it's a nice day. Hopefully it's not like raining or storming or some shit. It's a nice day in like training camp season, and your kid asks you that. Mm-hmm. I keep hearing about this guy named Kenny Pickett. What was he like? Let's go.
I think back.
Let's go for a walk. Daisy, let's go.
I think of that fucking Tony Soprano. I've seen people post it when he's cooking at the girl. He passes out. That's what's going to happen to me. Someone says,
yeah.
But no, overall good game. Nothing to complain about. Big fucking game. We need to show the fuck up. This is Russell Wilson's test this week.
There's a reason that I didn't come on the air doing this.
Right.
I celebrated Veterans Day. Thankfully, had the day off.
Yes.
I celebrated Victory Monday. Had a couple of these for sure.
Right.
Until my internet went out at about 11:30, but whatever.
Yeah.
Thanks, Fios.
Right.
But if I wanted to be all business tonight, I wanted to be all bit. Hence why I'm wearing defense. Defense got to show up this week. They usually do against Lamar.
Yes.
Which I think having the premier running quarterback in our division, playing him twice a year, definitely helped us against Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
And you throw out the records, throw out who's playing on each side. It's Steelers, Ravens. Okay. It's Mike Tomlin. It's John Harbaugh. It's grit versus grit. It has been for years. These games are always close. We're going to have 5 heart attacks during this thing.
Yep.
But we're going to be competitive. We are going to be competitive. We are going to stay in the game no matter what. There were times in the Washington game we thought we were out of it. Nah. There might be times in the Ravens game we might think we're out of it. Nah. This team doesn't give up.
I do like that we are playing in Pittsburgh. The first time we see Derrick Henry. It makes me feel a little better. If it was Ravens going down to Baltimore right after being in Washington, very fucking concerned. Be very concerned. But we're good. I mean, they would have just stayed down there. Maybe went, Torsing or what have you. But
Yeah.
no, you're going to come back home in your own bed and you're going to whoop that ass. That's what's going to happen.
Well, yeah, absolutely, my friend.
But
Absolutely.
That's all I had for news. I'll be back later with debate time. We'll go over Trevor segments and news.
Sure. Yeah, real quick thing I wanted to touch on. I wouldn't say a Notre Dame legend, but one that we remember for preceding one Lou Holtz in coaching at the University of Notre Dame, and one whose dream it was to eventually coach the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, Jerry Faust, who infamously was part of the bold experiment for Notre Dame, had never coached a college team, just plucked him out of an Ohio high school where he did have a lot of success, won a couple state championships. Took over Notre Dame in 1981, only compiled a 30-26-1 record over his tenure at Notre Dame. And unfortunately, that his tenure did end in the midst of, players sitting out bowl games. And, there was a lot of turmoil in Notre Dame at that time.
Mm-hmm.
In the midst of all that, reignited the Miami Notre Dame rivalry. 58-7 was Jerry Faust's final game in 1985 before Lou Holtz eventually took over. But what I more want to remember was Jerry Faust's desire to coach Notre Dame. He lived out his lifelong dream, even though in his own words, it did turn into a nightmare. And respectfully, he did step down and allowed the program to move forward with Lou Holtz and onward to this day to eventually Marcus Freeman. So I do salute him. He, like I said, he wasn't the greatest Notre Dame head coach, but he lived out a lifelong passion, and he did it with everything he had. And he lived a good long life too. 89 years old, died of natural causes, hopefully very peacefully.
Yes. No, thoughts and prayers to his family, Trevor.
Absolutely.
And I have to say this, and I think a lot of, if it's college or professional sports, they're part of the history. Maybe it wasn't the best part of the history, but they were still a part of the university, part of the team. You know what I mean? You have to appreciate, they led your favorite, if it's basketball, hockey, whatever the hell it is, still got to appreciate. They took the helm. Yeah. They tried their best.
They did.
So
yeah, he did. And it didn't work out for him, which is okay. He was the what was it? The bold experiment, quote unquote,
right,
was ultimately a failure.
Right.
But Jerry Faust, for the rest of his days, said, I was the head coach at the University of Notre Dame.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Very few have had that honor.
Right.
Very few have been able to reach that level in their career.
Right.
And he did so with a lot of respect for the university, for the players, and for the game of football itself.
Yeah.
Only did win one bowl game in his tenure. And he did start his career with a victory over number 10 Michigan. That was about the highlight of his career.
That's pretty good.
Always like beating Michigan.
Yes.
He went on to coach Akron, where he compiled a 43-53-3 record. So obviously much better head coach at the high school level than he was at the collegiate level.
Right.
And he worked as a fundraiser at the University of Akron, where he had coached until he retired in 2001.
Oh, wow.
So, and in a statement, who's this Joyce guy? Joyce. Who the hell is Joyce?
Joyce.
Faust wrote a letter to Notre Dame's executive VP at the time in 1977 when Faust wrote him a letter. And the VP during Faust's tenure, he said, certainly it was a highlight of his life to get the Notre Dame job. It was the answer of his dreams from the time he was a toddler. The low part of his life is possibly not succeeding there, but he doesn't want to let that get him down. When he's going to be judged up above for his whole life, he might get more credit for the way he's reacted to adversity than all the good fortune that he had.
Damn good quote.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Very good. So long story short, don't be afraid to chase your dreams and don't be afraid to fail.
No.
You only got one judge in this life.
Correct.
And as long as you're good As long as you're good in his eyes, you do right by people, you do right by him.
Yeah.
You're good to go. And I think Jerry Faust is good to go.
Okay, it's no breaks, Jerry. God
Yes,
bless
sir.
you.
Yes, sir. May
Yes.
you rest.
Yes. Yes.
Diving right into the segments here, we'll get to what's more likely, my friend. If you can cue that up.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Thank you, good sir. Welcome to this week's edition of What's More Likely. We'll try and get the vibes up after the little memorial
right.
there. And
Yeah,
always up and down, my friend. Always up and down. And hopefully,
quote
I don't. Oh yeah, no, that'll probably stick with me for a little while as well.
Mm-hmm.
But diving right into What's More Likely, going into the betting side of things, we do these FanDuel weekly specials.
Mm-hmm.
And we pick this or that. More likely FanDuel weekly special. They hit this upcoming week. Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson to combine for 6+ passing and rushing touchdowns, or Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow to do the same. The former at plus 950, the latter at plus 1,000.
I'm going to go Lamar and Russ.
Lamar and Russ?
Yeah.
Not Joey B, huh? You don't think it's going to be a defensive? It usually is a defensive battle between the Steelers and Ravens. You know what I mean? But both offenses been lighting it up this year. Ravens defense not quite as good. You know, Derrick Henry is going to be running all over the place.
I see Lamar having. Well, actually, now you say that, I could see.
I was thinking Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert. If I'm being totally honest with you.
Now that I was thinking Russ could maybe get 4.
He could.
But now I'm kind of sitting back a little bit and thinking, yeah, let's go with the younger gunslingers there.
Mm-hmm.
Joey. Yeah. Let's go Herbert and Joe.
Herbert and Joe? Okay.
Yeah.
For the record, that Bengals Chargers, that's a Sunday nighter. 46.5 is the over-under. Then 47.5 is the Steelers Ravens over-under. That's pretty high for a Steelers Ravens game. Jesus
Christ.
So you might not be totally out of line going for that. Russell, how many touchdowns he had so far? Had a few.
I want to say 7 or 8.
I think so. Let's see. 6.
Oh, 6. Oh, that makes it even worse with Kenny. Jesus.
7 total. He had a rushing touchdown in the Jets game.
Holy fuck, Trevor. Okay.
Yeah.
That just made it worse. That stat.
No, I get it. I totally get it.
Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, we'll go. Still going to go Herbert and Joe. I could see them going 3-3. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, Lamar does not have a rushing touchdown, at least in his last 5 games, at least what I'm seeing on ESPN here. Does have 24, 24 passing touchdowns, though?
He's fucking slinging it this year more than ever. So,
kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Tied for first with, I believe, Joe Burrow.
Okay. It's just amazing to see how him and Josh have kind of took that step back from running the ball and now reverting to passing. But no, good shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with the latter, though. Are you sticking with the Steelers Ravens? You sticking with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. A little bit of action in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that. It'd be the opposite of an old school Steelers-Ravens game, in a sense, if there was some high scoring. But we've proven we can keep up in those games. We had to win with 20. We got exactly what we needed against Washington. We had to score 28. We scored 28.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. A lot of coaches potentially on the chopping block. Bears just fired their OC. Eberflus may be rumored to be next. Potential turnover happening with the Bears unit this offseason. But I want to know, in your opinion, who's the more likely coach elsewhere to be fired before the regular season ends? Mm-hmm. Brian Daboll or Eberflus? Excuse the elsewhere. I knew I was tying that in somehow.
No, you're
tied it in with Eberflus. That's what an hour ago me was doing.
I see. Well, just before I answer that, Eberflus, they got to fire the goddamn offensive line coach. Let's just be clear there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do. That line is fucking terrible, Trevor.
Bad. Very bad.
But
how many sacks the Patriots have this past week?
Holy shit! I
think they had like 4 or 5.
And I'll tell you, even though he's a pretty boy, Caleb, he's taking fucking hits. I mean, goddamn, he ain't swaying away from the hits. So,
no,
right back out. So,
and kind of at a 30,000-foot level. Oh shit, he got sacked 9 times.
I mean, he got shit rocked. If you watch the highlights back, I mean, he's getting fucked up.
Yeah. Sure.
Some of them could have been rough in the past or a little more
personal foul.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
His fucking helmet was sideways.
You hit the quarterback too aggressively, 15 yards.
I mean, the one he got up, it's fucking sideways. I go, Jesus Christ. He might paint his nails, but he's a fucking dog taking these hits. Like Mike White against the Bills a couple years. I'm like, this guy's gonna fucking die. But anyways, we are completely away from the fucking question. I apologize.
No, that's okay. That's okay. You gotta talk this out sometimes.
Eberflus has to go. Dable, I think they wait till the end of the season.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going 0 for 2 on matching up here. I think Dable is going to get fired sooner.
What do you think?
I think it's just, to me, the Bears. I know it might seem like they're on a trend to get rid of Eberflus, like right the fuck now.
Yeah.
But how much turnover do you want for your rookie quarterback, like right away? You know what I mean? Because they've done this with their last 3 quarterbacks.
Correct.
They had Mitch Trubisky, then they had the head coach in there for a season. Didn't really work out, and then they fired and replaced him. They did the same thing with Justin Fields. They might do the same thing with Caleb Williams.
Well, the only reason I think, this doesn't help my answer, but Williams was asked in his press conference, hot question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Eberflus being your coach? He has a great relationship with him. Also, the owner's 101 years old. Can we get her out of there? Like, that's another.
She's about as old as the Bears. Yeah.
Jesus. Like, who's making the decisions here? I mean, Jesus.
She could run for president, honestly.
Yeah, but no, Eberflus. You think Dable.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. To me, the Giants as an organization, they just scream knee-jerk decisions. And it might take like a blowout with the Giants. And I don't know who they play this upcoming week, but if they get blown out in any of the next couple weeks, I wouldn't be surprised to see that headline first versus Eberflus. I think they're both getting canned, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I think Dable could be getting the axe first.
If Dable's given the opportunity when fired to do a presser.
Giants are on a bye week 11, week 12. Who do they got? Ooh, that might make me rethink things. But they got the Buccaneers the week after, and the Buccaneers, they've lost a few games in a row. I think they're pretty pissed off.
You think they say fuck him and Daniel Jones's relationship? That's where because I think Dable is what the fuck am I looking for here, Trevor? Ambassador for him. For Daniel Jones.
Yeah, like an advocate of sorts. Yeah.
But you didn't see that at the beginning of the season. Like, okay,
it was very much a tough love sort of thing. It was interesting to watch. Yeah,
and now but no, I agree. Either or, they're fucked. So,
gotcha.
Good conversation.
Gotcha. Yeah, even though the Giants got the bye,
he's a hothead.
Yeah, no, I know he is. Well, he's a hothead, and he's also a sunburnt head. If you watch Rich Eisen, he breaks down the coaches.
Yeah,
the coaches every year when they go to the meetings in Florida, I think it is. And Dayball's head always just sunburnt. His face is sunburnt. Bro's a white guy that he doesn't get too much sun. And I guess New York, you really don't get a whole lot of sun.
Right. But the other thing too, I just got to say, like, I think I'm a hothead, but then I see him fucking swinging that headset, losing. I'm like,
oh yeah,
holy shit!
Yeah, he's out there, man.
Dude, that's on camera. What's going on in the locker room? Training camp. Like shit.
Yeah. Right.
All right.
I don't know.
That's enough.
I don't know.
Enough. We keep fucking tangenting, and I apologize.
No, you're fine, my friend. You are absolutely fine. We got a big-time SEC matchup coming up this weekend. And actually, while we were doing this program, the college football playoff rankings, the second edition of those just dropped. So do go check those out. I don't have them up in front of me, but I know Tennessee plays Georgia this week. Georgia, they're in a weird spot. Carson Beck's starting to struggle. And what are they? They lost their last game. They lost their last game. Who did they play last game, Trevor? Who did they play? They played Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, yep.
Ole Miss only scored 10 points on the road against Ole Miss, who was on the brink of potentially missing the playoff if they lost the game. But now, nightmare scenario for the SEC. Everybody's beating everybody. So how do you rank these teams? Tennessee coming into the game, they're going to be 8-1. Going to be 8-1. They had to find a way to win without their QB1 this past week against Mississippi State. Yep. Lost him for most of the game. Believe he got hurt in the second quarter, but he is good to go this week. Nico Iamaleava versus Carson Beck. Between the two, who's more likely to have more combined passing and rushing yards? Carson Beck or Nico Iamaleava? Nico, if you're watching, I apologize for butchering your name.
I'm going to go Carson.
Carson?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Nico.
Okay.
I'm going to go Nico. I think he's a little bit more versatile. Not much. Well, I shouldn't say not much of a pocket presence. Not as much a pure pocket passer as Carson Beck. Carson Beck been struggling, too. Throwing a lot of picks this year. I think he's got 12 on the season.
Yeah. I can't hold it back. He looks like Sid from Ice Age.
No, I know he does. And he's playing like it too.
Every time I see him, I go, fuck. Stan. Shit.
That's a good comparison, though.
He just looks sad. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. I don't know if he's allergies or what the hell's going on. But I'll say this, Trevor, too, to caveat this. Kirby Smart, very pissed off. One of his players was celebrating or I don't know what the fuck was going on. Dancing or whatever.
His backup safety, Jake Pope. Jake Pope was, I saw that clip. He was caught celebrating with, I believe he was a childhood friend.
Correct.
Who either goes to or went to Ole Miss and was at the game and stormed the field. Yeah. He's jumping up and down, smiling with him.
They interviewed Kirby about it. He goes, hilarious. He's an idiot. That's all he's. I'm like, oh, jeez. Oh, boy. I would not want to be him. He
explained it a little bit, but then he's like, oh, my focus is on Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rightfully so. Your focus shouldn't be on your backup safety.
I saw that clip, and I'm like, what I get it. It's your childhood friend. But
it's hilarious. It's funny.
Jesus. But it's what it is. You know?
Yeah, and the line for that game per ESPN bet -10 toward Georgia, and it was -8.5. That's where it opened. So the line going more toward Georgia.
Okay.
Although with the news of Nico being healthy, I don't know whether that's going to swing things or because Tennessee they got a tough defense. They get a tough defense, and Ole Miss's defense showed up in droves, my friend. Forced Carson Beck to make some mistakes and ultimately held the Bulldogs to, what was it, 10 points?
Mm-hmm.
So don't be surprised if that's a more competitive game than people think it's going to be. That's a lot of points. It's a lot of points. And I know it's at Georgia where, they've dominated.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't expect Georgia to lose 2 non-Alabama games in a row.
Right.
But if they do...
Watch the fuck out.
Yeah. Bye-bye from the playoff there, Mr. Kirby.
Yep.
Get control of your program if you want to get back to national championship status again. Please, and thank you. We got 2 unlikely teams that are still undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana and BYU. Both teams that we thought were kind of shaded upon in the initial college football playoff rankings, right? Indiana was the first team out. BYU, I don't believe they were ranked in the top 4 yet. Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, that will obviously change with these current playoff rankings. You know what? I'm going to look them up. Screw it. I'm going to look them up right now.
Okay.
I'm going to see where they're at. Let's see. Did they release them on ESPN yet? Give them to me. No, they did not. I think the show is going on right now. I think it's an hour long. They'll probably release them after that.
Okay.
But my question's not about that. My question's about who's going to remain undefeated. More likely team to remain undefeated, BYU or Indiana for the rest of the regular season. And for context, BYU, let's see who they got left. BYU has Kansas, Arizona State, and Houston left.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana, less games, but they got to go through Ohio State. Then they play Purdue right after that. They got the bye this week.
Oh, okay. Hold on a minute, Trevor. Let me check something out real quick. I'm going to go Indiana, though.
You going Indiana?
Yeah.
What are you checking out?
I just need to check.
We got some breaking news happening? What's going on?
No. I just got an alert on this StreamYard thing here. We're good.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
You're going to say Indiana going to beat Ohio State?
Yeah.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
My God.
I'll do that.
You heard it here first, folks. My God. No spread out for that game yet, but matchup predictor per ESPN Analytics gives the Buckeyes a 72.9% chance to win.
Okay. I don't know why it's saying nothing.
What's the alert saying? What's going on?
We are not live on YouTube right now.
Was that time paused for a minute?
Yeah.
Is that why we weren't live? Did you pause the live?
No.
Oh boy. What are we doing here, Drew? Come on. Well, the timer's still going for me, so I don't know.
Let me see something. Yeah, we'll just keep
rolling.
Yeah, just keep rolling.
Okay. Well, as long as you can record this and drop it on the YouTube later, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering why I didn't see any comments yet.
What's going on?
Oh boy. Technical difficulties.
StreamYard, get your fucking shit figured out. I mean, Jesus Christ. We're live on Facebook.
Just not on YouTube.
We're not live on YouTube.
Interesting.
We're having a view on YouTube. What the hell's it saying here? We'll keep trying and let you know if it's resolved. Please check YouTube to ensure the stream looks okay. If this continues for a while, try creating a new live stream.
I'll tell you what, you want me to look on my phone, see what's going on here?
It's paused at the fucking 56 mark.
Okay, I'll take a look.
We might be on a new streaming site, folks.
You might want to do that.
We might be moving.
Let's see what we got here.
Fucking bullshit. God, that pisses me off, Trevor.
Oh, I tell you what, here's what I get. I get the spinning wheel of death. I don't know if you can see that there.
Yep. We are having trouble streaming the YouTube.
Oh, so it's a StreamYard thing? It's not us?
This may be an issue on YouTube's end. It's on YouTube. It's YouTube's issue. Sorry, StreamYard.
Okay. Okay, well.
Still looking at another provider. Just going to fucking say that now. So if you guys see this, figure it out.
Yeah, I think people are trying to like drop off and just kind of reset their YouTube, but whatever. Yeah. We'll keep going.
Yeah,
we'll keep going. I'll say BYU though.
Okay.
Yeah, easier schedule.
Okay.
It's basically what it boils down to, and I don't think Indiana's going to beat Ohio State as good as they are. I think it can be a competitive game, and I'd be intrigued to see what the spread on that game is going to be. Could be a lot of points, especially with Ohio State being at home.
Mm-hmm.
And could be a nice little opportunity for bettors of Indiana if you really wanted to. Switching over to NBA news there, Billy.
Yep.
Well, not really news, but NBA awards, the little early season NBA awards / scenarios for you. And I know we're very early in the season, very hard to tell where things are headed so far. I know things aren't going well for my Sixers, and things are kind of meh for your Lakers. But
Yep.
other than that, it's been a very, very exciting NBA season so far. Cavs are still undefeated, my friend. How are they still?
Yeah.
They're
I have
12
no
and 0.
fucking
They're 12 and 0.
bullshit.
I can't say I disagree. But Celtics were about where they should be, but the rest of the East is 500 or below.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very astonishing. And then the Warriors 8-2.
Yeah,
Warriors are 8-2. Could be returning to their winning ways, even in spite of a depleted, quote unquote, depleted and aging roster. But my question to you is on the Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
And in tandem with a guy still seeking out his first MVP award.
Mm-hmm.
More likely NBA scenario to come true this season, my friend. To Spurs to make the playoffs or Luka to win his first MVP?
Mm.
And I'll give you odds. Spurs make the playoffs plus 790, Luka to win the MVP plus 750.
Give me Luka.
You think Luka?
I think he's been due. Yeah.
It's a big man's award now.
I know.
Jokic might get it. Jokic might just get it again, I don't think Embiid will. He's not going to have the games, but Tatum's above him.
Oh, fuck no. No, I don't want Tatum.
No, I know you don't, but no one wants Tatum other than Boston fans. I'll take the Spurs to make the playoffs, though.
Okay. Well,
I think they could sneak in there, and that's to make the 8-team field, by the way.
Okay.
That's not to make the play in that top 10s, to make the final 8 post that play-in tournament.
Okay.
Switching over to WWE, I wish Dustin was watching, but I know he watches on YouTube, which is kind of down right now, but maybe he'll see this afterward. We'll see.
Yeah.
More likely 5th member of the OG bloodline at Survivor Series War Games. Couple guys did some recruiting last night. Sami Zayn tried to recruit Seth Rollins. Jimmy Uso trying to recruit Braun Breaker. Between those two, who's more likely to join the OG bloodline against the new bloodline?
Oh God. I'll go with the first one.
Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
I was thinking Seth Rollins as well.
I got people blowing my fucking phone up.
You're down on YouTube. We're down on
YouTube. We're down on YouTube. Yeah, whatever. I don't.
Yeah, no, it is what it is, man. You know what we do on this show? We press onward.
Fuck it. Yeah,
we move on.
I think it would add more flavor to the story.
Same here. I mean, a little bit more history there as well.
Yep.
Makes sense from a long-term storytelling perspective. Braun, I think, could just be an absolute menace.
Yes.
In War Games. I don't know if he's been in any War Games matches before. To my knowledge, he hasn't.
Yeah.
But he could get in there. Like, he could be the last member of his team to get in there, just start spearing people left and right, start running the ropes faster than the NFL wide receivers, and just completely like cave in a guy's chest with a spear. You know? It'd be fun to watch, but from a storytelling perspective, you got the Seth Rollins and what's his Bronson Reed rivalry kind of going right now. Those two kind of going head to head. And Bronson Reed at the end of the show was being recruited by Solo Sikoa.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. To me, that seems the direction that they're going. Makes the most sense too. Makes the most sense. Plus, it just create even more tension in the new bloodline. And I mean, if you ask me, it could give the new bloodline an opportunity for a victory and build them up a little bit more by beating the OGs.
Yeah.
With the infighting on the other side. So,
Yeah.
You still trying to figure out the YouTube thing?
I am doing it right now. I'm going to re-add us.
Okay. All right. We'll give this a go. And then I'll move on to All In Raise check or fold.
We should be back on there.
Are we? Okay. Give me a second.
I'm sorry, Trevor. I just freak the fuck
No,
out
we're
when
fine.
this shit happens.
We're fine, my friend.
And I can't even fucking.
He added us at 9:11. Hell of a time, by the way.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on. Let's see what we can do here. Come on.
It's still having issues. Whatever. We'll keep pressing on.
Well, does it record these, Billy?
So, yeah, it just gave me the issue again. Fuck it. We're just go over to if you're not watching. We got fucking no one watching right now. But go if you're watching, go back on to Facebook, or if you're watching on Facebook, we appreciate you. Now, what happened? So, our help here. This is for viewers too. If you ever use this fucking site, which we might not be on next week. We're streaming off, but here, this is kind of the brains. So, like, if your shit's fucked up or my shit's fucked up, it's because of StreamYard. It's never our Wi-Fi. It's whatever their servers or shit. And then from this, like, the brains of the operation shoots out this stream to YouTube and Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. They're saying it's YouTube, but
could be.
We've had issues in the past, Trevor. So.
We've had issues with StreamYard in the past. Honestly, we've had issues with YouTube in the past. Technical issues, they're a part of life, my friend. That's okay.
Fuck them. Anyways, but wait, what are we doing now?
Transitioning segments, my friend.
Okay, all right, Jesus.
Awesome.
Christ. All right. Fuck. So I have this guy on here, folks. He keeps me fucking not losing my shit. If I could carry him with me around, I would. All right, let's go here. I still have that up.
Yes, you do. Yeah,
there we got it. Damn, all right.
You're flustered, Billy. It's quite okay.
I got to come down. We're fine.
I'd be flustered, too. Yeah. Take an edible. You'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Unless you're one of those people where weed makes you more anxious. I don't know.
I'm going to say yes.
Calms me down. I don't know. I mean, granted, this stuff calms me down pretty good, too.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yep.
Starting with a heavy hitter on all in, raise, check, or fold. All is not yet lost for the Cincinnati Bengals this season.
Yeah.
Where are you at there? Because remember, they still got to play the Steelers twice.
So I'm going to go just how high-powered the Steelers are right now and the Ravens. I'm going to go Rays. They still have a chance.
They still have a chance.
Yep.
Okay.
And I believe they play the Ravens in the ladder here. If I'm not they could split
twice. I thought.
They did.
Let me see. Yeah, lost both times.
Oh,
in high-scoring affairs.
Oh shit, Trevor, I might go. Check.
No, hang on. Give me a sec here. I got to look at the overall standings, the wild card or the playoff standings as we speak. So right now they're sitting at 9th, and 7th is the Broncos at 5-5. And the Colts tied with them at 4-6. Miami right behind them at 3-6. The Bengals, they do have to play the Broncos in their second to last game. If the Broncos are still in it by that point, they got to play this week. They got the Chargers, then the Steelers, then at the Cowboys, which we now think is probably going to be a bit easier of a game given the state of that organization. Titans, Browns, Broncos, and then Steelers to finish it out.
I'll go Rays. I'll stay at Rays then.
Okay. I believe in Joe Burrow. I was going to say Rays as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's any 6-loss team that has a good chance of getting in there, I think it is the Bengals. Obviously, got to clean up the defensive issues. Joe Burrow's throwing 5 touchdowns a game practically, tied for first in the NFL with Lamar Jackson for passing touchdowns. He's got 24 of them.
Yeah.
And they're still finding ways to lose these high-powered, high-scoring games. Yeah. Did the same thing this past week against the Ravens as well. So as long as they figure out the defense, Chase Brown's been awesome for them. They're going to get T. Higgins back, hopefully, this week.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they still got a shot. I wouldn't count them out yet.
Okay.
I wouldn't count them. I'm counting the Browns out, but I wouldn't count the Bengals out.
Okay.
Any stretch of the imagination. I believe, what was this? Was this post game? Yeah. Oh, in a presser Tuesday, Vikings D coordinator Brian Flores says he wouldn't mind being an NFL head coach again if the offers come along.
Yeah.
And we've already seen a couple firings so far this season. Definitely some more coming. And Brian Flores, the job he's done with that Vikings defense, they're now a top 10. I believe they're a top 10 unit in the NFL as far as I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me see here. Just to be completely and totally safe with my facts. I always got to get the facts right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
What do we got here? What do we got? Vikings. They're right outside the top 10. They're like 11th.
Okay.
11th, 12th, if I can count right. 12th. 11th. They're 11th. They are 11th. Okay. I was close. Top 10. I was close. Even when I'm trying to bullshit people, I get close, right? And anyway, back to Brian Flores. We know his history, lawsuits with the NFL, wrongful termination, allegedly was influenced to lose by the Dolphins back in the day, and was a Steelers staffer for a time.
Correct.
Did well for us, I will say. To me, I think he's earned the right to become a head coach again, and he will be in 2025.
Ah, boy. Gotta see how. Just a controversy.
Yes. Yeah, there's some. Yeah.
Is he viewed as a shit starter?
It's a good point.
I don't think he is.
I don't think he should be. I don't think he should be, but you know how NFL owners are.
I'll go Rays.
Okay. I was going to say check.
Okay.
He might be like another year after that away.
I'm just trying to think.
Another year for all of this to subside. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And how old is he? He's in his 30s, isn't he? Let's see. Yeah, just let me Google Brian Flores.
I think high 30s, maybe.
I'm gonna say. I think he's. Let's see. Let's see. Born 1981. So he's in his early 40s.
Okay.
Plenty of time. Still got plenty of time. I don't know. I think he's on the job.
Yeah. I could see him.
Yeah, go to the Bears. Go to the Bears. Work out.
It would fit. It would fit.
I think he'd fit in with the culture.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
Or well,
it's football town.
Go to the Giants. He's.
Could see that too.
Went to high school in Brooklyn.
Fuck, he might be the Jets coach.
Yeah.
You never know. You
never know. You never know. Go down to New Orleans, maybe try and rebuild that shit show of a franchise right now.
Again, defensive mind. Yeah, I could. Yeah, there's a lot of landing spots I could see him. I don't.
Yeah,
I think that whole situation was a lot.
And I don't know if, and the fact that you're still bringing it up, and you're not quite bringing it up like we're live and in it and we're talking at length about it. You're just like, there's still some history there. I don't know if it has subsided yet, the feeling towards him from NFL ownership and GMs. And I agree. But you know how NFL owners and GMs, a lot of these old school type guys and girls, women.
Yes.
That, stuck in their ways, don't want troublemakers.
Whatever.
They're willing to go for the splash hire, which to me, I hope he gets a job this upcoming season. He deserves one. Him and that Detroit offense coordinator.
Yes.
They should both get jobs next year.
If Dennis Allen can get a head coaching job, those two can.
I believe so. I believe that.
And Brandon Staley.
And Brandon Staley.
I will hold on to that.
I think he was coaching like a D3 team last I checked.
Terrible.
Brandon Staley. Jesus, man.
That's where he belongs.
I got you. I got you.
What a fall off the mountain, Trevor, huh?
Oh yeah,
Chargers,
big time.
D3.
D3.
Wow.
It might even been a high school team. I'm not
What
sure.
a fucking skid, buddy.
Rough, very rough, my friend. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah,
It's all right.
Yeah,
He was there for a
okay.
minute, and
He was.
that was about it.
A disaster. Every
Very
Chargers
much.
fan I've talked to, they are not remembering that time with them.
I was going to
No.
say most Chargers fans have definitely tried to block that out from their memory. If they could go to the men in black and say, wipe our memory for the last 4 years, I think they would.
Yeah. Cannot stress that enough. Yeah.
Agreed. Temperature check for you, Billy.
Yeah.
Penn State's got Purdue.
Mhm.
Notre Dame's got West Virginia. Oh, shit. I'm looking into my next segment. Shit.
That's all right.
My bad. Getting ahead of myself.
Yep,
We're all flustered this week.
That's
It's
fine.
just a clusterfuck. It's just a
It is.
concoction of errors right now.
And it's a cluster.
Even on the human side, on the technology side and the human side. But you know what? We pushed through. We pushed through. Just like the Steelers did. They pushed through their mistakes. We're going to push through ours. All in race check or fold. When I'm talking about the Miami Hurricanes, the playoff bubble's about to burst for them, my friend.
Oh, shit show.
All in? You
all in on that? Yeah. Done.
Really? Okay. They got Wake Forest and Syracuse left. If they lose one of those, you think they're out?
They're done.
Okay.
They lose one.
Okay. I mean,
just a debacle.
I agree. I mean, their luck finally ran out, didn't it?
Yes.
They finally figured out, if we just shut down Cam Ward for a hot second, then we can take care of business.
Yeah.
Right now,
they're like a
SMU is the only undefeated team in the ACC.
They're like
undefeated in ACC play, I should say.
They're like a deer, Trevor, that got hit by a car, survived it, and it's still gimping off with a broken leg. That's what Miami's program is right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how bad I feel.
And credit to Georgia Tech, another upset victory this season. They got a good they got a gritty team down there.
Fucking grit and grind.
They've been in a lot of tough games this season, and starting out the season against top 10 Florida State, beat them. Was competitive against Louisville, and for a time was competitive against Notre Dame. Notre Dame eventually pulled away in the second half, but they've had a good season.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and they got to play a couple more Giants to round out their season. They got NC State and Georgia.
Yeah. If they beat Georgia,
rivalry week, man,
there might be something going on there.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And Miami, for their part, they got. I said it already. Wake Forest and Syracuse left.
Okay.
And there's a chance that they might miss out on that ACC championship game.
Yeah.
If Clemson is able to win, and if SMU is able to keep winning, both of those two teams are above Miami right now. But no, I'll go Rays on that though. I'll go Rays.
Okay.
Let me see here. Yeah, just Clemson and SMU above them. Louisville right behind them.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know how Clemson's honestly still in this thing. But
no fucking.
The entire ACC, it's just, it's just weird. So, what we got here? The PSU Collegian put out a nice little bracketology article for us.
Mm-hmm.
And that indicates that Penn State, if they make the 12-team playoff, are likely to host a team in the SEC.
Okay.
All in raise, check, or fold if Penn State hosts an SEC team. They won't win a playoff game. They'll be ousted immediately. James Franklin in big games, buddy.
Oh.
See, when I told you I was going to talk about Penn State in a negative light, here it is.
Let's go Rays.
Okay, I'm at a Rays too.
I don't want to go all in.
No, I got you. I
don't want it to
go
happen.
all in against the school that you root for. I get that.
Yeah.
But there's a not so good history here.
No.
Will we build
God
ourselves
damn
up?
it.
We're a top 5, top 4, top 12, whatever
Shit.
program, whatever
Mhm.
we need to be to either just miss out on the playoff or potentially this year get into the playoff. We're at that A level. We're not at that A+ level.
Yeah.
And a lot of those SEC teams have been at an A+ level before and know how to win big games, even though they might not have played their best football in games past.
Mm-hmm.
Penn State, I don't know if they know how to do that.
No. God damn it.
As much as I love them. I
Yeah.
do love them. And I'm thankful that they were to kick the shit out of the Huskies this past weekend.
Yes. Yes.
I was a stress-free Saturday. It really was. It really was. Not a stress-free Sunday. It was a stress-free Saturday.
Yes. Yes.
But, yeah. Okay. We're both at a raise there. Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. And Penn State doesn't play a whole lot of SEC teams either. So
No. That's
I'd be curious to see, and I didn't have time to research it beforehand, what their record against SEC teams is like since 2010 or even since Franklin started. It can't be good.
No.
I should say ranked SEC teams, because that matters for James Franklin. 12-27 against ranked teams since he's been there. Not good.
No. Flop.
Yeah, I got you. Switching over to WWE, 2025 will be John Cena's last year of active competition.
Yes.
And as such will be his last WrestleMania. A lot of rumors floating around that he might go after a world title, might go after Gunther, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or might have a final clash with Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
Or, and this is what I propose, instead of going after the world title, he has his third match at WrestleMania against The Rock for the People's Championship.
Ooh. I go all in on that.
I'd like that a lot.
I would really enjoy it. That would be a really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of memories there.
Oh, yeah. And, well, you got to settle the score, right? Stone Cold and The Rock, they had 3.
Yep.
Granted, they didn't have the tiebreaker. Stone Cold won the first 2, then The Rock finally got revenge. But we got a tie on our hands here.
Yeah.
Cena and The Rock. Rock won the first time. Cena won the second time in back-to-back WrestleManias, 28 and 29.
Mm-hmm.
Now, WrestleMania 41, it's time.
It's time.
Third and final match. We know The Rock's in working condition. We saw that at last year's Mania.
Oh, yeah.
And John Cena going to have several pay-per-view and televised matches in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give the fans what they want. And yes, is it a bit of a nostalgia act? But to me, you got The Rock playing the final boss, Rock, right? And you got Cena, who's still absolutely beloved by the fans. The arena just explodes when he's there, right?
Yep.
So why not play up that storyline in the context of the People's Championship?
Yeah.
Who's the real People's Champion? You know what I'm saying? Is it The Rock or is it John Cena?
I think you got to give it to Cena.
I would think so too.
Just for the time.
Yeah, I would think so too. But I don't know. You could, and you know, Cena and The Rock would make that feel even more important than potentially a world title.
Oh.
Because WWE is all about the fans, right?
Yep.
Without those fans, myself and yourself included, there is no WWE. There's none of that.
No.
So ultimately, who's the people's, who's the fans, who's their champion?
Yeah.
And you give Cena one final WrestleMania victory, I think, because The Rock got it last year. The Rock pinned Cody Rhodes, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, the easy thing would be say, hey, let him go after Cody Rhodes, potentially go after that world title. I don't know. I don't know what you do with that. What you do with Cody Rhodes at that point, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But just picture Cena, Rock 3 for the People's Championship that was gifted to The Rock by Muhammad Ali's wife.
Yeah. Damn. That's
some whole
shit.
Oh, that you're talking heritage.
Yeah.
You're talking greatest boxer of all time. His wife, who The Rock got the People's Champion name from, the nickname. He got that from Muhammad Ali.
Uh-huh.
Imagine them just vying for that title. I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be cool.
Be fucking
Like
off.
I said, you'd have to figure out Cody Rhodes, what potentially he would do. I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
You could have Randy turn on Cody earlier in the year, build that up.
Mm-hmm.
Could be an avenue. Could have Roman Cody 3. Hell, you could have Rock Cena 3 and Roman Cody 3 if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
And you could, babyface versus babyface, just kind of vying for the title.
Yeah.
I don't know. Normally you want the babyface versus heel WrestleMania main event, but I don't know. Fantasy booking. Fantasy. It's all coursing through the head right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, on to my last hosted segment of the night here. On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? My friend.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's edition All In Race Checkerfold. Hopefully we gave you banger after banger after banger after banger after banger.
Hell yeah. No, good
on to scale, my friend. On to scale. Was I on rhythm there? Was I?
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Okay.
It's like
Okay.
Night at the Roxbury. Hell yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, no, did you hear the drumming? I was drumming on my desk. Did you hear that too? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
As long as you heard it, then I know the fans heard it as well.
Yes.
Those that are on Facebook, thanks for sticking with us, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies for the technical difficulties on YouTube. Hopefully we can, just kind of embed this in a YouTube video, and we'll toss that out there. And then you can throw the tags on it, my friend.
Well, someone's gonna fucking call tonight before I get on PlayStation. You bet your ass.
Okay. You rant on him, Billy. You rant. You put your Karen wig on and you go to town. Okay.
I'm fuming over here like a motherfucker.
I can tell you're getting red. You're relaxed. Like not relaxed, but you're sitting back.
That's why I'm sitting back, because I'm just
back in the chair.
Fucking just grabbing this blanket, just fucking wanting to tear it apart. But we're good.
No,
we're good.
You know what you need? You need one of these. It's little stress ball. Little stress. And if I hold it close to the microphone, you might be able to hear it. Might be able to hear the noise.
It's relaxing.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's relaxing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'll see. Yeah, I'll see if I can get you one of these, and I'll send it to your house. Good hell. I do it during the day at work. I take a little bazooka ball into work.
Right.
When I'm in a 2-hour meeting, I don't want to be in.
Right.
When YouTube fucking cuts off your podcast.
Sure. Oh, bastards.
Yeah, I agree. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
like I said, pressing on,
yep.
my friend.
Yep.
On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? Antonio Pierce as head coach for the Raiders. And I know the immediate reaction, but you have to think about it a little bit, because I think he's locked in for a few years, if I'm not mistaken.
You got to be at a 7, though.
Yeah, it was at like a 5.
Yeah.
Let me check out his contract here real quick.
I mean, you can play grab ass with the boys and everything, but if you're not winning.
Nah, I get it.
Brady's in there now. This is a whole.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He could just overhaul everything.
I'm just gonna say
he could.
You can't have that nice of a stadium and suck.
His contract, but no, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Trying to figure out what kind of deal that they gave him. Contract with Raiders. Come on. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, either way, they have to draft a quarterback this season.
I agree. Shadur. Go get Shadur, I think that would make sense,
Second And then second round, you got to draft the fucking wide receiver. You got to get some shit rolling here. And then go secondary, because your secondary is just not doing it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Antonio Pierce got as far as a deal there, but I'll still say 5. But you do make a good point about Brady potentially overhauling everything, though. I don't know how much influence he's going to have. I believe he's only a 10% minority owner.
Right.
Could be dicey in terms of how much involvement he will have with the organizational decision making. But regardless, it's Tom Brady. What he says carries some weight.
No, Markey's in his fucking pocket. You know it.
I would think so.
Oh,
I would absolutely think so.
No, bet your ass.
Yeah.
Now, and this is because I know we're not live and third person's or not live on YouTube. The third person won't see it till later, so I can say it. Also, maybe Tom could help him find a better hairdresser. Bowl cut's been out of style since '85, buddy. Jesus, Chuck. Come on, Chucky.
Rough haircut. Rough hair.
I mean, he has a shit ton of money and he has the hoochies all around him, but fuck, man.
I think you could afford a decent haircut then.
Jesus.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Get some Bosley or something,
I just made some penne vodka in this last night. I'm going to put this on my head. You just cut around. That's what he does.
Maybe.
Just get some fucking bull out of the gun.
I don't know, man.
Anyways, he might cut it himself. Who knows? We'll have to see. And I will say that in the PlayStation party. Hair.
You don't. If you're that rich, you don't go to a hairdresser. You go to a proper barber, and then your barber's doing. Your barber's fired. I don't know.
I was going to say something, but we'll save that for another time.
Save that for PlayStation, my friend.
Yeah.
You're going to have some words to say tonight. I can feel it. On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? Jake Pope's practice sessions this week. Jake Pope being that Georgia player that was celebrating with the Old Miss gang.
9.
I'd say, 9 or a 10.
Probably got the shit beat
We'll go 10. Maybe.
The way Kirby Smart runs that program, who the hell knows?
He literally called him an idiot in front of the national media.
All right, boys. Fucking puts a fucking bench across the locker room. Have Adam beat the shit out of him. You ain't celebrating. You ain't celebrating with that other fucking team. No, my watch. Kirby Smart. Who knows what goes on down there?
Technically, that's not legal, but you can condition the hell out of him. You can make him run sprints the whole time.
He probably rolled the fucking football field twice.
I would imagine. Yeah.
Puked his guts out.
Yeah.
I've had to roll the soccer field.
Oh, I can imagine. Oh, yeah. Oh, you do those. I forget exactly what they're called, but you got like a guy on your back and you got to crawl. You got to army crawl.
That, but no, literally you laid down, rolled to the one end, rolled back to the other fence. Because I got a little mouthy in strength and conditioning, so.
That's not surprising.
PlayStation party. We'll talk.
That's not surprising.
Yeah.
Just be glad. I was going to say, just be glad he didn't play football and you mouthed off to.
Yeah. PlayStation
or
party,
wrestled,
sure.
Yeah. Because then you literally get the shit beat out of you.
Well, yeah. You're going to enjoy it when I tell you. But, yeah.
Excellent. I look forward to it, my friend.
Yep.
Anyway, back to what I jumped the gun on earlier. Temperature check with Penn State and Notre Dame. They got Purdue and Virginia, respectively, this week. So on a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked Purdue and Virginia?
Oh, that's a 10.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Glad we're on the same page.
I like Purdue at times, but not now. So.
Not this year. They only got 1 win this year.
Yeah, not good.
Not a good program. I don't know how Virginia's doing. I think they're just middle of the pack per the usual in a weak conference. So, yeah, it is what it is. Sticking with college, a guy that's been on a rolling 5-year deal for some time now, Mike Gundy at Oklahoma State has a long tenure at Oklahoma State University. Been coaching there at least since when he made that famous "I'm a man, I'm 40" speech.
Correct.
05. Started there in 05. So working on his 20th year. And his 20th year hasn't gone so great. Oklahoma State with high hopes this season. with Ed Oliver, or I think it was Oliver. His last name was Oliver. I forget what his first name was.
Okay.
Should have been like an all-conference edge rusher. He gets hurt. Ollie Gordon not performing the way that they want him to, and the team's 3-7.
Jesus.
And I know he's definitely got ebbs and flows in his OSU career. Just looking at his record on his Football Reference page, initially started out 4-7 with the team. Started out 4-7 in his first year, but hadn't had a losing season since then.
I've heard that a couple times.
Hadn't had a losing season since. At least he had one, though. Mike T's not had one.
Correct.
And of course, a lot of bowl wins mixed in there, and I believe one of them even over the Fighting Irish a couple years back in the Fiesta Bowl. Yeah. Was that the Fiesta Bowl? I think it was. Yeah. Is that what it was? I think that's what it was. The Fiesta Bowl. Let me see. I want to see. Oh, yeah. They beat Notre Dame 37-35. Yeah. I remember. I remember now Notre Dame, they were leading that game for a long time, till pretty much the final seconds, unfortunately. But anyway, back to Mike Gundy. On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked Mike Gundy as Oklahoma State head coach?
6.
I was thinking like a 4.
Okay.
I'm not deeply concerned. And there are a couple media pundits out there. One, Bill Heiston of Tulsa World, one of those sports reporters out there for that media outlet in Oklahoma, says there's like a 95 to 99% chance of him being the Oklahoma State head coach next year.
That's unheard of right now in this era of college football, Trevor, though. That's over 20 years. I mean, that's...
Unless you're a Saban.
Yeah.
Unless you're a Kirby Smart. Unless you have an elite program, you continue being elite year after year after year. But Oklahoma State, again, one of those like I would say to A-, B+ programs versus your A+ programs that tend to have those longer tenured head coaches.
Yeah. Might light a fire under his ass, but no, I think he'll coach through next season.
Okay. I'm with you. I'll say a 4. Okay. I'm not too concerned. On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? Getting right into something that's near and dear to your heart. Bronny James's NBA career.
We're going to talk about it too again, but
I know. Yeah, we're going to be talking about it quite a bit.
8.
Okay. I was thinking 7 or 8. I'll go. To match you, I'll go 8. We haven't matched too much tonight, so we'll match on this.
Amen. Yeah, I'll stay there.
No other comments?
Oh, yeah. That's
nothing you can say on the air. Can you give us a PG version?
Debate time. We do go a little further.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'll say this: we all know he's in the league because of his father.
No, I know. Yeah, that's a given.
And not to be long-winded, because I feel like some of these segments, Trevor, I just say shit and then I kind of leave it there.
That's why I bring this shit up, my guy. I tell you this every single week.
To go farther with it, the comparison when they first played in the game together, Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr. were there.
Yeah,
Ken Griffey Jr. actually had the fucking talent. That's the difference.
Yeah, you could tell.
Oh, that's so. Yeah. This is so nice. No, this is not the same. Ken Griffey, generational fucking talent. And then his son, Ken Griffey was decent. I'm not well equipped in baseball, Trevor, but Junior, generational fucking talent.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
probably one of the most recognized swings.
You'll like this nice little factoid. Topps gave Griffey Jr. their number 1 spot on their 1987 cards. To a kid that had just been drafted.
There we go.
And another fun little factoid for you. Back then, the number 1 pick was determined alternating AL and NL, who was worst in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And in 1987, it fell on the AL. Seattle was worst that year. Either that year or the previous year, whatever it was. Do you want to know who was worst in the NL? Pirates.
Could have happened.
So we were an alternating year away from potentially getting Griffey.
Wouldn't that have been something?
Oh.
Huh. They would have loved him as much as they loved Clemente. You know that. God damn it.
I think, unfortunately, the result might have been the same for his career. He might not have won the World Series, but
Probably not. But God damn, but yeah, I'll leave it at that. I just hate that. They were like, "Oh, it's so motherfucker." It's not the same. LeBron's greatest of all time in some people's opinion, not in mine. But that's my goal. But it's not.
No,
same.
of course, yeah. No, I get you. I got you.
The Sun's not going to be the predecessor. Let's just say that.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're good. So, I'm on my second beer and I'm burping. I'm burping
You're right.
already, man. I wasn't burping on Saturday, but you know.
That's all right.
I also had shots on Saturday. That was fun.
We pretty lit.
Yeah, we got a little lit up. That's okay. That's okay. But anyway, I finally got to watch Monday Night Raw in its entirety last night for the first time in a little while. Either I've been too tired or I've been doing other stuff around the house, whatever.
Right.
Finally got to watch it in its entirety. And there's some infighting going on within the Judgment Day right now.
Yes, there is.
Dominic Mysterio saying, I beat Damian more recent than you did. I've been closer to the world title more than you. And Finn's like, what you say, kid? There's some infighting going on.
Yep.
Yeah, I know it's early stages, but on a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? The Judgment Day staying together as a faction. It's early. It's early infighting here. It's not quite at the New Day level where the New Day is right now. It's not at that level yet.
Let's go 7 because I think they could interchange some members.
Okay,
I think there'll always be a faction.
You're interpreting this Judgment Day as is right now.
Yeah.
As it stands.
Okay. 8.
Well, no, I was going to... Yeah.
Oh.
No, it seems like that's what you're saying is they could just switch people out.
Yep.
But as is, you'd say like a 7.
Yep, 7.
Okay. I could see that.
Yep.
I was thinking around a 5 or a 6. And I was more interpreting it as the infighting is just starting. And I was more interpreting it as like disbanding the Judgment Day. Because they've been a thing since 2022.
Right.
They've stayed a faction longer than a lot of other factions in this business.
Yeah.
Even with, they've obviously had Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest in there who have gone on to be main eventers. That elevated them in a lot of ways, elevated them to that status. And it's likely going to elevate Dom Mysterio to that status, maybe even Finn Balor to an extent as well. Liv Morgan's already, superstar.
Yep.
But I was thinking more along the lines of completely disbanding. And early stages, I'll say a 5.
Okay.
Cool. That's all I got, my friend. For on a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? Appreciate you coming along with me in this week's edition, my friend.
Yes.
And we press on to debate time.
Let's get it going here.
Yes, sir.
All right. The fuck away. Yeah. So debate time. This week's edition. Interesting questions here. Let's see where it takes us. What is your favorite kind of fall season food, Trevor? Not Thanksgiving. It gets dreary out, cold, rainy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got to have?
Ooh, that's a very good question.
We have the leper hot chocolate.
Yeah, I tell you what I like. And I haven't had this in a couple years, but it used to be a favorite of mine in my teenage and I would say early adolescent years. I like zucchini. Pretty much in anything. You make
casserole.
like a zucchini. Like a zucchini casserole, or like you bake up the zucchini, you toss it in some. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Zucchini or a good butternut squash.
I'm thinking back to shout out to Laura, my old boss's wife. She made the best zucchini casserole.
Oh, dear God. Oh,
He's like, Jesus Christ, it's your third plate. I said, this is fucking amazing.
You're making my mouth water over here. That's
well. I go, what's the recipe? I can't share.
You got to respect.
Then sell it.
No.
I'll buy it.
It's a generational thing. You got to respect that.
No.
That's what my grandma's. That's what my grandma's doing right now with her meatball recipe. You know, the one with the Romano in it. That's all I can tell you. It's got Romano in it. I can't give you the rest. Right. Like, no, and I'm not for the viewers. I'm not talking this Parmesan and Romano because that's like 90-10 Parmesan. Okay, I'm talking pure fucking Romano.
Yeah. I gotta go. See, and I pondered on this because you could say hot chocolate because we've
that's more of a winter.
Yeah,
that's more of a winter thing for me. I mean, I'm still drinking it. I'd say like 2 or 3 times a week. So
you're gonna give me shit. Typical white girl.
Okay.
Any pumpkin spice latte from Tim Hortons.
Ooh.
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
You say what you want. No, you say what you want. There is a more, like, I don't know how to, not tart, but it's a more, like, natural pumpkin flavor. So goddamn good. I don't get the whipped cream, just fucking pumpkin spice latte. Not from Starbucks, so don't fucking at me on here. But I over the last 2 or 3 years, I've enjoyed that. But,
yes, sir.
Next question: will Jerry Jones take a step back after this season? Will he give up the GM position and let someone else run it?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
No, I'm normally I like to think things out a little more when it comes to big potential organizational changes like that, but no,
Jerry's set in his ways.
Yeah. He's not going to change now. Yeah, he's not going to change now. He wants to return the Cowboys to the old glory under his watch and under his right hand. So,
yeah,
it's not going to happen. You think so?
You got to do something here. Can't keep being
I
the coach's
agree.
fault.
I know.
So, and I was asked this question through a text, mutual. Friend of mine from Bonus. He goes, "You ever realize the Cowboys how some of their staff wear like the old suits and those hats, Trevor?" I was like, "It's Jerry Jones. That's not. They're set in their ways. I'm telling you." He's like, "They look like they're from the fucking '80s." I said, "I know, but that's Jerry's way, man. Jerry's world, buddy." All right, you'll enjoy this, and I'm really fucking sad Dustin and all the other viewers out there didn't get to see this on YouTube, but I'll put a link out. Check us out on Facebook and see if I can upload it. But what all-time wrestling catchphrase? What's your favorite, Trevor? And this is a heavy hitter. That's why I'm pissed.
I was going to say, because I could go with the ones that I quote all the time. I could go with the ones where I'm walking around the house and I'll just say it. Like right now, I say "yeah" all the time.
Yeah.
I always say what. You know, that's the bottom line. Or you could go with the epic ones. That's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. Austin 316 says, "I just whipped your ass. If you smell what the Rock is cooking, you will never ever be the same again." Chris Jericho, you just made the list. He's got an endless plethora of ones as well. Cena's, "If you want some, come get some." It's a good one. The Undertaker's, "Rest in peace." I don't think Kane didn't really have one, did he? I don't recall that he did.
Straight to hell or something, didn't he?
Maybe. Oh, well, if we're talking catch, can we include commentators in this conversation?
Yeah.
The
puppies.
Puppy. JR, tougher than a $2 steak. He's got a family. Stone Cold, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
Oh, there's too many to pick from.
I think the one.
Go ahead.
Oh, but the one I think back to first getting into it. Father out there, he's loves Flair, loves Ric Flair, and I think back to the quote that that I first watched when he was showing me back on, oh, Jesus Christ, that fucking Windows 98 computer.
With the dial-up internet, yeah.
Oh, fuck, it was terrible. You couldn't download shit. You played the pin, whatever.
You had to wait 3 minutes to watch a video. Mm-hmm.
He had this. It was a clip of Ric Flair, and if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Oh, it's a good one.
And
that's
that,
a good one.
That quote, that catchphrase, quote, whatever, what have you. I hold on to, and then the fucking credit card spending, wheeling dealing.
Rolex wearing.
Yeah. Jet flying.
Limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing.
Yeah. Like
all that good stuff.
But you got to beat the man to be the man. That's my favorite.
Yeah, no,
it's real. That's real shit.
No, it is. It absolutely is. It absolutely.
You want a job? You got to beat. You got to fucking beat out the competition. You want this? You want that? I live by it in a way. Yeah.
One, we all did too much as a kid. If you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
First attention. You found that out.
Yeah. Oh, that was your first one?
That was the first attention.
Okay.
6th grade.
No, I got detention for doing that in a classroom. I didn't serve that detention.
Yeah.
Never showed up on my record. I was a goody 2 shoes in high school.
No.
I was.
You're a good kid.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well behaved.
Yeah.
Well behaved.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still just trying to think through all of them, and I'm trying to think through the ones that I grew up with too. Underrated one for the benefit of those with flash photography. They did the 5-second poses.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of cool.
Yeah.
I tell you, a guy that I've come to, Vince McMahon's, you're fired.
Yep.
Excellent stuff. Yeah. I'm going to go with this one, and I would put the Flair one right up there with it. When Paul Heyman does his introduction now.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone can say it, my name is Paul Heyman.
Yes.
So I'm actually going to go with that one. Out of respect for Paulie Dangerously, the originator of EC-Dub.
Yep.
The advocate for Brock Lesnar and the wise man for Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Former husband, current father, and mentor to all that seek out his advice. My name is Paul Heyman. Yeah. I'm the advocate for the reigning, defending. And
if you think back, even to non-wrestling fans, if you're just getting into it, he's been in a lot of big moments, Trevor.
Oh, yeah.
Very, changing of the tide. I mean,
his facial expressions when he's outside the ring. The streak.
Yes.
The streak, he literally he was in the ring. Oh my God, you can't believe
it. Yeah.
That's always the one I think back to. And of course, Cody finishing the story, Paul Heyman on the outside, honestly, through that entire Roman Reigns run, the desperation on Paul Heyman's face throughout a lot of those matches. Oh, yeah. It was so good.
Just panned the hip.
It was so good. And his promo ability off the charts, man. Off the charts.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I think my favorite line from him, though, it wasn't a catchphrase, but he was doing a shoot promo on JBL, One Night Stand 05. Uh-huh. And, it wasn't just on JBL. It was on Eric Bischoff and a couple other Raw talents as well, or Raw and SmackDown talents. But he said to JBL, the only reason you were WWE champion for a year was because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesdays.
Holy shit. That's good shit.
One of my favorite insults of all time.
Yeah.
I wish I could have been alive for his quote unquote prime, but quite frankly, I think we're still in his prime. And when he comes back, that monstrous roar that's gonna come over the crowd.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah. I just think back to the old clips you see of him. What a fucking fashion statement. Jeans, lighter dyed jeans, jean jacket, fucking black ECW with the long ponytail.
Oh yeah.
I mean, fuck.
The headset.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, but
great stuff, man.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Great
Didn't
stuff.
give a fuck. But
yeah, I do have a shirt that says that Ric Flair phrase as well. I think it's buried somewhere.
That's
to be the man, you got to beat the man. I got in trouble for wearing that at work one time. I say, hey, you got to throw an apron over that. I'm like, do I have to? Oh, it's like it's just a shirt. Who cares?
You gotta beat the man.
They made me put it.
Are you the man? Are you the man I got to beat? Is that why you?
Yeah.
Just start some fucking shit. Anyways,
I'm stalking Brad. I put an old guy in a figure 4. Woo!
Ankle lock right in the fucking. That's good shit.
Oh, it's true. It's true.
Yeah. But will Bronny James ever be on an active NBA roster for the Lakers?
He'll be on the roster, yeah.
You think?
Yeah, I think he'll be on the roster.
He'll actually do something, Trevor.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if he's not going to be anywhere near his dad, but he'll be on a roster again, I would think. I mean, as much of a yes man JJ Redick has turned out to be. If LeBron says, hey, can you bring my son up, please? Can you send this like Reeves guy down? I don't like him anymore.
What?
I mean, I don't know if Reeves is on a 2-way deal, but
yeah, I like Austin, but I'll say this: he's a fucking sellout. I don't like JJ, but that's all right.
No, well, that's who the Lakers wanted, isn't it? They wanted a yes man. And Redick, first time head coach, LeBron runs the organization. Yeah, he's gonna be a yes man.
Dr. Buss is rolling in his grave.
Yeah.
Got the showgirls.
Yeah.
The amount of disease in that goddamn forum to this. They're having fucking orgies in the forum, Trevor. To this. Whatever.
Just don't put a black light over that court.
I mean, Kurt Rambis fucking goggles. The history. It's something.
Say, my friend.
It's hard. It's hard to even watch a game. So, but it is what it is. That's all I had for debate time.
Yeah. No, I kind of got a just a general like. We're both big coffee guys.
Correct.
We talked about food already a little bit.
Yep.
I drink black coffee. I think you do the same. You just drink the coffee. Or do you like a little creamer with it? Yeah. Okay, so you might be able to answer this a little bit better than me. At one time, I did put like normal, like store-bought creamer in it. But now I exclusively Bailey's. Like I'll put Bailey's in it. Like if I'm gonna day drink or if I'm just a night in, whatever.
Yep.
Better creamer for your coffee. Bailey's, not just regular Bailey's, the salted caramel Bailey's. You ever had that?
Yes.
Or, and I'm a big proponent of this. I'm not a pumpkin spice guy. I know you are. I'm not. Peppermint. Just regular, non-alcoholic peppermint.
It has to be around this time. Can't be all year.
I agree.
So I'll go with the Bailey's.
You're going to go with Bailey's?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Bailey's is always available.
Yeah. I can't. It doesn't.
I
don't know what the fuck it is. The festivity, like from November to January, I can do peppermint, but then get the fuck away from me.
Put the candy cane in the coffee. Supply of candy canes.
Now, and I don't, and you might remember this. I forget. I don't know if Swiss does it, but they used to have cracked up peppermint bark. Peppermint in the chocolate. Now that shit, very good. And I have not been able to find it, and I don't know what brand that was.
That's a whole nother conversation. Seriously,
we need to find that. So if anybody's watching that, tell me what brand does it, because I'm fucking putting that in the Walmart pick.
Damn it! Yeah, I forget what it is. I'll have to Google it.
Maybe Swiss does do it. We just need to know.
Well, I think there's multiple brands of it, but there might be like I don't know. There's a certain brand that my aunt gets every year, and we visit. traditionally we visit her on Christmas. That Christmas story marathon's going on. We'll watch a little bit of that. This year we got to watch a Steeler game, but
yeah. No, yeah. If you find out or somebody does, let me fucking know because
of course, no, absolutely, absolutely. But I got to go with the Baileys as well. I love I love Baileys. I love the traditional, but the salted caramel, underappreciated in my opinion. And they might make Baileys peppermint too. They might. Oh, tell you what,
I think they might.
Search. I thought I saw that somewhere at some point where they make Baileys peppermint. Baileys peppermint. Here we go. I don't know if they do. Maybe they do. Now it looks like they got like a Baileys martini recipe, and they have like a non-alcoholic Baileys cream with the peppermint bark flavored.
Okay.
So, okay.
But
wait, is that
non-alcoholic?
No, it doesn't look. Yeah, non-alcoholic. Okay. But of course, I got our weekly Buckle Up with the Boys, Be a Man question of the week, and we're talking romance this week.
Oh,
I got to ask you to turn on your romantic side of your brain. I should ask Taylor about this when I was there, how romantic you are. And do you cater to her? Like, what do you do? Of these three things, what do you think is the most romantic? And of course, this is like dependent on like what stage of the relationship you're in. Could be that, or it could just be, whatever your girl prefers.
Right.
Most romantic thing you can do for your woman between these three. Shower her with gifts. You give her like the alone time, the space when she needs it. Let her watch a movie, let her take a bath, blah, 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 blah. And you set everything up for her, make sure she has a good time, right? By herself when she needs the space.
Right.
Or make a nice homemade dinner all by yourself. Maybe some wine, candles, the whole works. Of those three, what do you think?
I think the second one.
Give her the alone time?
I think you gotta. Fuck, I gotta.
Watch your words here.
We're no, not negative towards women. I think people get complacent and like we do this. This is my, video games, what have you.
Yeah.
I don't like every
time.
I think you have to do that. And I think in this culture, in the world, we don't always do that. So it's kind of sad.
Okay.
But no, I think that's more hard hitting than anything. Just even like to find out a show like Yellowstone came out. I'm not really big in the Yellowstone.
Yeah.
But I'll watch it. That came out Sunday. Hey, we gotta watch this. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I think that shit hits more than. And then Stranger Things, they released that teaser or whatever.
Yeah. I forget exactly.
I'll watch that. I'll play video games while she's. You know what I mean? She does her thing. I do my thing.
That's
gonna be up each other's asses.
Yeah.
You don't want to suffocate.
Oh no, I agree. And that was kind of the angle I was gonna take.
And if you fuck up, definitely do the space. Definitely don't push the envelope. Learn that through all my 27 years.
Your venture.
Not just
yes.
Oh, you think you're saying the right thing and you're completely fucking wrong.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to say nothing at all, right? And sometimes it's better sometimes it's better to do nothing at all. Give her the time to work on her, give you the time to work on you. You need that, My opinion. If my dad were here, he'd probably say the same thing.
I just think back to I gotta word it the right way.
PG.
No.
PG-ish.
Just not coming off as a fucking nut job. My 16 to actually fuck it. Let's do 14 to 21, 14 to 20. Just worrying all the time.
Oh,
like
yeah.
stupid shit. And then it's like now, like I still like I try to find things to worry about.
Yeah. Okay.
Just keep life simple. That's my best advice to the folks.
I agree.
And you've helped me do that.
Yeah,
Not
keep
kissing
it
your
simple,
ass,
stupid.
but
No, I
yeah.
appreciate it. That's how I was raised, my friend.
Yeah.
There's
Control the
beauty in
control.
simplicity, and yes, there's beauty in giving people the time to work on themselves as well. So that's the angle I was kind of coming in with that as well. That
Very
has
long.
not, granted, I got to get better at that in my own ventures,
Yes. It's same here. Every day.
Oh, yeah, every day. Well, yeah, I always got to tell myself, wake up tomorrow, do better.
Yeah. I will say this though. If you ever see me with a tattoo, folks, if it's not a Sublime or Steeler themed, I am going to get that quote tatted on me at some point. Control.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That is the realest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's what I said when I heard John Cena say it, of all people. That's what he said. And he's, as famous as can be, 16-time world champ. He could have easily had like a hugely inflated ego.
Yep.
He's just like, no, that 17th world title, not in my mind.
Yep.
I'm controlling what I can control, and that's the performance I give to the audience and how I provide for the people that are close to me. I'm like,
right.
Okay, well, geez, if he's got that mentality, fuck.
Right.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
But anything else for the folks, Trevor?
Go Lurs, go Irish, go Nittany Lions, my friend.
Hell yeah. Go Steelers. Kick the shit out of the Ratbirds.
Ravens week. It's gonna be intense. We thought last week was full of anxiety and high blood pressure and alcohol. Well, quite frankly, alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be this week too. Tenfold.
Oh yeah. But as always, technical issues tonight. But we'll be back stronger next Tuesday. Make sure to share this on Facebook here. Someone already liked it. I think there's viewers. I'm just not seeing eyeballs because it doesn't show that when people are watching on Facebook. So that's fucking nice. But anyways, nonetheless, have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe out there. God bless. All gas, no breaks. This was another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys with your host here, DB, and host Trevor Dinsmore leading the charge as always. Make sure to watch football this week, and we'll be back next Tuesday at 8.
God bless everybody.
All right, let's get this fucking queued up here. I'm not going to swear in the outro.